Well, pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to high school basketball here on Service Electric TV. Tonight from Hanover area, the Hawkeyes host the Blue Knights of Wyoming Seminary. Paul Garrity here with you tonight. Seminary in the blue jerseys, Hanover area in the home whites. I'll give you the starting lineups here quickly as the Knights turn it over on their first trip. Starting lineup first for Wyoming Seminary. They go with their usual starting five: Lexi Lichtenstein, Claire Griffin, along with Ella Stambaugh, their leading scorer and freshman, with Ellie Para, and number 45, Haley Smeraldi, starts at center tonight. Hanover gets down low, and Nyala Bishop gets the Hawkeyes on the board first. So Bishop, the young sophomore, got big minutes in the JV game tonight. Game won by Wyoming Sem. And that's Lichtenstein down low. Tied at 2. Less than a minute in. Starting lineup for Hanover: Emma Schlingman, sophomore, along with the senior Brenna Slusser, start in the backcourt. Up front, it's Bishop, along with number 30, Maggie Murphy, the senior, and fellow senior number 23, Alana Hughes. Blue Knights 10-5, one of the more improved teams in District 2. Here's Stambaugh rocketing through the lane, and the help slow to come over. And Stambaugh gets her first bucket, 4-2 Seminary. Steal by Claire Griffin. Stambaugh with Schlingman back, and it'll be 2 free throws. Officiating crew tonight: Bill Philanley, Ned Caffrey, and Maureen Williams. Wyoming Seminary coming off a disappointing loss to Nanticoke. 20-point loss, a game that most people expected to be a lot more competitive than that, but Nanticoke had one of their better performances of the year, especially defensively. 5-2, Blue Knights lead at 6:35 to play in the first. Man-to-man for the Knights. Slusser guarded by Stambaugh and draws the foul. A steal by Lichtenstein on the inbounds. Stambaugh attacks the rack and gets bumped. Flora Tirado into the game. Not sure if she was the one that will collect the foul. They called it on Hughes. That's her first. Stambaugh with the toe on the line. Nice job there by Smeraldi to keep the ball alive. Griffin finds Stambaugh, second effort. 5 early points for the Seminary freshman, and it's 7-2. And a travel whistled against Slusser as she got up with the basketball. CJ Kersey over on the Seminary bench, barking out instructions to his team. Stambaugh slides it down low. Smeraldi comes up short. Knights hammering the offensive boards in this opening quarter, but they turn it over there. Schlingman, quick trigger. Murphy trying to dig it out, and the possession arrow will go to the Hawkeyes. Second matchup between these two teams this season. First matchup was a convincing win for Seminary, a 48-point victory. Schlingmann. Slusser, the offensive board. And the leading scorer for the Hawkeyes, Brenna Slusser, in her senior season, makes it 7-4 Seminary. Nice look from Stambaugh to Lichtenstein. Timeout on the floor, 5:02 to play in the first. Seminary 9 and the Hawkeyes 4. We'll be off the next couple nights here on Service Electric TV. From basketball anyway, we'll have a Luzerne County Council meeting tomorrow night. Then back on the air Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for more high school basketball. Emma Schlingmann comes up short, and Claire Griffin secures it on the weak side. 9-4 Seminary, 4:37 in the first. Stambaugh cutting through the lane and picks up the foul as Bishop was late with the help. Second trip to the line tonight for Stambaugh, usually a very good free throw shooter. Two for 4 tonight. Lichtenstein gives the Knights an extra possession, and Smeraldi off the bounce feed from Stambaugh. 12-4 Seminary. Schlingmann has it taken away. Slusser gives chase, but can't catch up. And it's 8 first quarter points for Ella Stambaugh. Seminary has built an early 10-point cushion, 3:48 in the first. Hughes loses the dribble. Lichtenstein the finish on the other end. And a foul whistled against Griffin. Trying to get in the passing lane there. Some substitutes in the game for Hanover area. Flora Torado checks back in. And Slusser takes a tumble. Aubrey Mathis has also checked in the game for Hanover. Number 4 in the white uniform. Ellie Kersey checks in for her fellow freshman teammate Stambaugh for Sem. Slusser drains both. 16-6 Knights. Smeraldi finds Griffin rolling to the rim. Missed the one easy one with the left. And that'll stay here with the Hawkeyes. Olivia Russinello also in the game for Hanover area number 2. So 2 freshmen, a sophomore and a junior on the floor now, along with Slusser for Hanover area. And Tirado called for shuffling the feet. Hughes back in replacing Slusser. .242 to play in the first. Lichtenstein, dangerous pass, taken away by Russinello. But Lichtenstein quicker to the ball. Little sloppy play here over the last minute. Hanover with it. Steal by Para. And a foul given by Tirado. Probably a good foul to prevent a layup for Para. 3 fouls against each team here with 2:03 to play in the period. Maya Gross into the game for Sem. As Bishop returns for Hanover. Avery Luxick is also in the game for Sem, number 22 in blue. Griffin got a little too deep, but the outlet stolen away by Para. 16-6 Blue Knights. And a blocking foul called against the freshman Russinello. We're going to give her free throws. Oh, it is the team's 5th. Slusser returns, replacing Aubrey Mathis. Hanover's got some misses by the Knights, but they've not been able to come up with the defensive rebounds often enough. That time the late help again, and Luxick gets her first bucket. Schlingman rattles out. Rebound comes down to Luxick. 1:11 to play, first quarter. Kersey gets a screen from Griffin and hopped up and down with the pivot foot. Travel called with 1:04 to play in the quarter. Russinello back to the bench and Mathis returns. And Bishop takes a shot right in the forehead. Para will get whistled for the team's 4th foul. First against the Seminary senior. Hawkeyes with the miscue on the inbounds. 46 seconds to play here in the first. Hanover looking for their first victory of the season, but they trail big here in the early going as Kersey takes a shot. Looked like the 80s Detroit Pistons there. Somebody gets in the lane, you don't have them have a layup. Make them pay the price. Kersey quickly got up. It's the second foul against Bishop for Hanover, as Michaela Casillas checks into the game for the Hawkeyes for the first time. One for two for Kersey. Seminary's been to the line 4 times. They've knocked down 1 of 2 each time. They lead 20-6. Slusser, that power dribble, knocked out a play by Griffin. Kersey steps into a long one. "14 seconds left. Hawkeyes will try to creep a little closer before the end of this first quarter. Schlingman with 3 on the timer. And Griffin gets the block. Strong start for Wyoming Seminary, looking for their 11th victory of the year. They lead it after one, 20-6 on Service Electric TV. We'll be right back here on Friday night for the big rivalry game as Nanticoke takes on Hanover area in boys basketball. 7:15 estimated tip-off for that game. (20-6) Knights as we start quarter number 2. Paul Garrity here with you from Hanover Area High School. Maggie Murphy back in the Hanover lineup with the basketball. Schlingman wheeling through traffic, and a jump ball's called. Possession arrow will stay with Hanover. Maddie Marinello is into the game for Seminary, number 1. On the floor along with Stambaugh, Kersey, Luxick, and Griffin to start quarter number 2. Pass right off the top of Stambaugh's head. Now Ella's going to try a jumper on the other end. Might as well. You take one off the head, you might as well get a shot up. Schlingmann has it knocked away. Slusser turning the corner against Stambaugh, throws it in reverse. Brenna Slusser. 6 early points, and it's 20-8. Stambaugh gets free on the screen roll. 10 points for Seminary's leading scorer. So both teams' leading scorers leading the way in this game. 6:17 to play in the half. Hawkeyes have been having some issues with their out-of-bounds plays, and possession arrow this time goes to Sem. Kersey off the Stambaugh screen. High arcer. Brought some rain, but not any net. And it goes out of bounds, last touch by the Knights. Nope, they're going to keep it here. Say Hanover touched it last as Flora Tirado returns. Replacing Bishop. Stambaugh powering through defenders. Extra pass, here's Marinello. Kersey claims the outlet pass. Marinello, a little 13-foot jumper. Maddie Marinello off the bench gets her first points, 24-8. Slusser jacks one up. Tirado muscling up against the taller Stambaugh, rejected at the rim. Stambaugh, rhythm jumper. She's got a nice soft touch for such a tall young player. Schlingmann right to the rim. Might have got bothered a little bit by the length of Stambaugh down low. No one picks up the ball. Stambaugh misses on the shot. Griffin gets the angle against Hughes. First basket for Claire Griffin. Already 8 players have scored for Sem. And a timeout called by Marie Skrepnek and the Hawkeyes. 4:33 to play, first half. Seminary leads it 28-8. Again, we'll be back on the air on Thursday night for more high school basketball after we take the next couple nights off from sports coverage. We'll have the Luzerne County Council meeting on the air here on Channel 509 tomorrow. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll have more high school basketball right here. 7:15 start each of those nights. Here it's Wyoming Seminary looking for their second win of the year over these Hawkeyes. Off to a good start. They lead it by 20 here with 4.5 to play in the first half. Paul Garrity with you on a frigid night here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Good night to be indoors watching a basketball game. Slusser lost the dribble, gives chase, and prevents the basket on the other end. And the bucket, Maya Gross, her first field goal. And it's 30-8. Slusser has it taken away, and the whistle blows, a jump ball. Slusser shaken up, came down awkwardly, looks like on her left shoulder. Maybe took a hit to the funny bone area on the elbow. She's going to tough it out. With 3:49 to play in the first half, Bill Flanley coming over to take a look. They're going to, I don't know if maybe Brenna got a little blood on her elbow, potentially. Looks like they're going to get that looked at by the trainer. Of course, that's a PIAA rule. Any blood on the uniform or on the skin is an automatic removal from the game, no matter what sport it is, even a non-contact sport like tennis or golf. If you have any blood for any reason, you're done until they get that cleaned up. And wow. Shoulder block by Aubrey Mathis in the open floor. Officials will have to determine if they call that any kind of a flagrant foul. I'm just going to call it a common foul. Looked like a move one of the Hanover area linebackers would make on Friday night. Nice look from Lichtenstein. Lichtenstein down low to Ellie Para. And she's the 9th Blue Knight to score tonight. Murphy for 3. Hawkeyes a little tardy with the transition defense, and Para takes advantage. There'll be 2 more free throws. Seminary now 5 for 9 in the game from the stripe. Slusser's back on the floor. Got the blood cleaned up on the elbow, little bandage on there. 34-8. Blue Knights edging closer to mercy rule territory here with 3 minutes to play in the half. Russinello down to get it, able to dig it out. Tirado off the feed from Schlingman. Flora Tirado gets Hanover into double digits. Lichtenstein, extra pass and a travel called against Smeraldi. Foul whistled here. That'll be the second foul against the Knights in the quarter. Bishop will return for the Hawks. Little wraparound feed from Schlingmann, and Tirado draws the foul. Second trip to the line tonight for the Hawkeyes. Slusser knocked down a pair earlier in the half. Bishop hauls in the rebound. Third effort. Yes, and the foul. For Nyala Bishop. Showed some good things in the JV game tonight. Was dominating the boards at times in that JV game. Converts the three-point play. 34-13. Seminary leads, 2:09 to play, second period. Marinello off back rim, and the rebound last touch by Tirado. Schlingmann picks up the loose change. Slusser, open look. Bishop continuing to do good work down low, but can't convert. And a foul called, I believe, against Hughes on the rebound. That's our second. Team's fourth. Lichtenstein gets around Hughes. Nice bounce feed for Smeraldi. Lexi Lichtenstein's one of the better passers in the Wyoming Valley Conference. Sometimes I think maybe even plays a little too unselfish. Always looking for her teammates. Nice take there from Slusser, doesn't go down. Lichtenstein with Schlingmann back, and there's another one of those examples. I think Lichtenstein needs to take that all the way to the basket. She's a good enough scorer that she'll score there probably 8 out of 10 times. Down to a minute to play in the half. And a double dribble. Ned Caffrey right on top of it. 53 seconds on the first half timer. 36-13. Schlingmann denied by Lichtenstein. Call a kickball. Thought that might have went off a Hanover player's foot. Tough to tell in the sea of bodies. Tirado muscling up over two defenders, almost got it to go. Kersey accelerating the other way. And they play on. 30 seconds to go here in the half. Torado carves out some space, but too strong with it. Marinello finds Lichtenstein, and a traveling violation. Lexi a little indecisive there. Wasn't sure if she wanted to shoot it with the left, shoot it with the right, or maybe make a pass. And Torado can't handle the pass. 8 seconds for Sem. Kersey finds Marinello, got a good look. The tip would have counted from Lichtenstein. But that'll do it for an entertaining first half here at Hanover Area High School, mostly dominated by the road team. Wyoming Seminary 36 and the Hawkeyes 13 as we head to the half. You're watching high school basketball here on Service Electric TV. Back here at Hanover Area High School, start of the second half. Wyoming Valley Conference Division II matchup between the Hawkeyes and the Blue Knights of Wyoming Seminary. 36-13, these Blue Knights lead it as we start the third quarter. Avery Luxick doesn't get the bounce. Wyoming Sem continues to hammer the offensive glass. Wyoming Sem got 12 points in the first half from Ella Stambaugh, who gets the bucket there. Blue Knights leading scorer, leading the way in the first half with those 14 points. Lexi Lichtenstein had 6. And 9 different players scored for Sem. Hanover Area got 6 of their 13 from their leading scorer, Brenna Slusser. Got 5 from Nyala Bishop. Has not been a three-point shot made in this game by either team. See if that potentially could continue. Can't remember the last time I saw a high school basketball game where there wasn't a three-point shot made. Still a long way to go. 6:48 to play, third quarter. Kersey comes away with the steal. Nifty little move, but couldn't finish. Schlingman had Bishop all alone on the other end of the floor, but didn't quite see her. And it'll go back to the Knights. Stambaugh gets a crunching screen from Griffin. Swooping layup doesn't go. Maggie Murphy trying to go coast to coast, but swarmed by blue jerseys. And Marinello turns it back over. Certainly has not been the cleanest of games. But Seminary's done enough, especially on the backboards. And Hughes took a dribble on the baseline. Deflection by Murphy. Kept alive by Marinello. Hanover in scramble mode on this defensive possession. Kersey got a good look. Schlingman shaken up, and they're going to stop the action. Not sure if Emma maybe took an elbow to the face. Nope, she's holding her right ankle. So a timeout on the floor with 5:27 to play here in the third quarter for an injured Hanover player. They trail Wyoming Seminary 38-13. Well, don't forget another reminder, we'll be back on the air Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening for 7:15 tip-offs all 3 nights for more high school basketball here on Service Electric TV, including a game right back here at Hanover on Friday night as the boys team takes on the Trojans of Nanticoke. We'll have the Luzerne County Council meeting here on the air tomorrow night. Nice round of applause for Schlingman as she's helped off the floor. Young Hanover area sophomore. Got a lot of playing time last year as a freshman. In the starting lineup this year as a sophomore, but just from the looks of things, not sure if we'll see her again tonight. Looked like a right ankle injury for Schlingman. As Seminary has it out of the timeout, Claire Griffin gets free underneath. Well designed out of bounds play by C.J. Kersey on the Seminary bench. 27-point Seminary lead. Steal by Marinello. Numbers for Sem. And Griffin fouled by Murphy. First foul against Maggie Murphy. First against the team in the second half. Nice wraparound feed, Kersey to Griffin, but Claire too strong with the shot. Wyoming Sem looking to make it 11-5 and a bucket for Slusser. Driving layup. First points of the second half for Hanover. 40-15. Two-man basketball, Marinello for Kersey, but the shot comes up short. Murphy knifing through defenders, lost the handle. Stambaugh, ooh, Slusser hits the wall hard. In chase mode against Stambaugh. We have had some collisions in this game. And that cut has opened up again on Slusser's elbow. They're going to remove her from this game. I don't know if Lawrence Taylor ever hit an opposing player as hard as Brenna Slusser just hit that wall. But it looks like she's okay over on the bench. Hanover has 5 players on the court. I'm not sure what we're waiting on. Oh, might be some blood on the floor. Okay, so first time I've had this year. If I had to pick a game where we're going to have blood on the court, I don't know that I would have picked this one. But here we are with 4:10 to play in the third, a 42-15 game. Hanover coaching staff doing double duty. That's how it is in high school sports. You got to do it all. All right, here we go. 4:07 to play in the third. 3 points shy of the potential mercy rule. Torado had it knocked away from her, out of bounds. It'll go to the Knights. Stambaugh rejected by Murphy, but the outlet pass thrown away. Kersey dials up a long one. Long rebound to Torado. Slusher pushing the pace. Nice feed inside, and Bishop the finish. Nyala Bishop, her first points of the second half. She's got 7. 42-17. Kersey lines another one up, and this one goes down. First 3-point shot of the game for either team goes to the freshman Ellie Kersey. Lead balloons up to 28. Slusser terminates the dribble in a straitjacket and the 5-second call. We'll give it back to the Knights. Stambaugh bumped by Bishop. These young Hanover players are not afraid to be physical. Just need a little more technique on the defensive end. And still young, they got plenty of time to learn that. Third foul against Bishop. Kersey motoring to the rim. Slusser creates the contact, and we have an offensive foul against Slusser for the push-off. And it looked like a pretty good call. That's the first against Brenna. And the third against the Hawks. 2:20 to play, third quarter. Griffin left alone, 3-ball. Doesn't go. And again, more trouble on the defensive glass for the Hawks. Second chance points have been a big story in this game. Stambaugh gets around Casillas. But again, Hanover not able to secure the rebound. And we are into the mercy rule with 1:46 to play in the third. Slusser takes a tumble. Bishop second effort. And Luxick clears. Nice two-man game there. And Mathis goes down hard for the Hawks. Looked like she came down awkwardly there in her right leg. And they're going to take her over to the sideline to get looked at. Hanover's taken a beating physically in this game. They got more games on the schedule. Hoping to get out of here healthy with under a minute to play in the third. Hawkeyes won a pair of games last year. Bishop with the quick spin. Nice drop step there by the young sophomore. 49-19. Stambaugh with a wide open lane. Second level defense just has not been there tonight. Defensive rotations have been a step slow really since the opening tip. 51-19. Slusser denied by Griffin. Five seconds in the third. Griffin gets past Slusser for the bucket. End of three here at Hanover area. Wyoming Seminary leads the Hawkeyes 53-19. You're watching high school basketball on Service Electric TV. .34 Seminary lead as we start the fourth. Paul Garrity here with you tonight. Maya Gross back on the floor for Sem, along with Lichtenstein and Smeraldi. Tirado had it knocked away. Tirado comes up short. Smeraldi might have got a piece. Hawkeyes again late to get back defensively. And Luxick takes advantage. Hawkeye coaching staff, I'm sure not all that happy with that effort in transition D, and they take a timeout. 55-19, they trail Sem. 7:20 to play here in the fourth. Trying to force feed Tirado in the post in this period. Haven't been able to take advantage yet. 55-19. Para as Luxick chased by Russinello. Lichtenstein rockets past everybody, and again the help doesn't come. 8 points tonight for Lexi Lichtenstein. Tirado off target with that. Lichtenstein free again. And there's been some serious breakdowns here defensively for Hanover in this quarter. Some of their more experienced players over on the bench. Block there for Smeraldi. Lichtenstein finds Smeraldi rolling to the rim. Hughes might have got a piece of that from behind. Here's Murphy weaving through traffic. Rattles out. More substitutes in the game for Seminary. Gross and Luxick to the bench. Critico Barua into the game for Sem, along with Catherine Idiom. Under 5 minutes to play. Schlosser gets the steal with Lichtenstein back, and Lexi gets the block. Running clock situation here in the Mercy Rule with Seminary leading by 40. Hughes, second effort, goes down. First bucket tonight for Alana Hughes, the senior. 59-21. Schlosser knocks it away from Lichtenstein. Little pull-up J from Brenna Schlosser. Brenna now into double figures, leading the way for the Hawks with 10. 59-23, and another deflection by Schlosser. Finds Hughes. Hanover showing some life here in the last couple minutes. The hustle of Brenna Schlosser defensively. 59-25. Item for Lichtenstein. Oh, nope, that's not going to count. It hit off the band above the backboard, so wave off the shot. Good catch there by Ned Caffrey on the near side. 2:45 to play. Megan Shaw into the game for Sem as well, number 55. Schlosser dribble drive, Hughes open look. Off the loose ball, near miss. Schlosser from way downtown. And a rebound foul whistled against Shaw. Check that, that's going against Ali Senchak, who just checked in. .130 to play. Wyoming Seminary will get their 11th victory of the year. Hanover area will continue to search for that elusive first win. Slusser in transition. Item off target. Bishop cherry picking back behind everybody, but can't make the catch. It's gotten a little weird here in the final minute. Senchak for the deuce. Timeout. Bishop was staggering a little bit. Looks like she's maybe hurt her leg. So they get Toronto back in for the last 25 seconds. Final score here from Hanover area. Wyoming Seminary improves to 11-5 on the season. They win it over the Hawkeyes by a final of 61-25. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night for the Luzerne County Council meeting, and then more high school basketball on the way Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night right here on Channel 509 in high definition. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I'm Paul Garrity. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evening, everyone.